You see, the Vedanta is a philosophy based on the Upanishads, and depending upon the interpretation of the Upanishads, we have many schools of Vedanta. The Upanishads have been interpreted in different ways, giving rise to different philosophies, and the text which is central to these philosophies is what is called the Brahma Sutras, the aphorisms which deal with the philosophical aspects of the Upanishads. Now these Brahma Sutras, different philosophers, different spiritual masters have commented upon them, given explanations which are very different from each other. So there is the non-dualistic explanation of the Brahma Sutras, giving rise to the non-dual school of Vedanta, the Advaita Vedanta. Most famously, the philosopher here is known as is Shankaracharya, who is the most famous philosopher of this school. But then there came Ramanujacharya, who gave a different explanation of the same Brahma Sutras and commentaries on the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita, and that gave rise to the school of Vishishtadvaita, the qualified non-dualistic school. Then came Madhvacharya, another great philosopher and spiritual master, who gave a dualistic interpretation to the same Brahma Sutras and the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita, and that gave rise to the school of dualism, Dvaita Vedanta. So already we have Advaita Vedanta, Vishishtadvaita Vedanta and Dvaita Vedanta. What are the differences between them? Well, to put it in brief, Advaita Vedanta says there is one existence consciousness bliss, and all that we are experiencing is that same existence consciousness bliss. We are not aware of what it is in reality, and hence we superimpose a world of multiplicity, plurality. So the plurality, the multiplicity we see in this world, different people, different kinds of things, even God, all of these are ultimately, in reality, one existence consciousness bliss. And this has to be realized. And once we realize this, we get out of the bondage of suffering, bondage of rebirth. So this is the idea behind non-dualistic Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. In Vishishtadvaita Vedanta, the idea is that divinity is one whole, a composite whole of which we are all parts. It's not that there is only one homogeneous, non-differentiated existence consciousness bliss, but that this existence consciousness bliss, which they call Narayana or Vishnu, is the divinity of which we, all living beings and this insentient world, we are all parts. The sentient beings are called Chit Amsha, the sentient part, and the insentient beings, that means all the matter and energy we see around us, is called Achit Amsha, the insentient part. And Brahman is Chit, Achit, Vishishta, Brahma. That means Brahman qualified by its sentient parts and its insentient parts. So there is one whole of which we are a part. And spirituality would consist of realizing that we are part of one divine whole, which is an organic unity. The role of devotion, bhakti, is stressed over that of jnana in this interpretation of Vedanta. Then again you have the dualistic Vedanta, where the philosopher asks you, does it seem real that we are all different from each other? When we say yes, that's what it seems like. And Madhva tells us, you are right, we are different from each other. Does it seem like God is something different from us? We say yes, God does seem something different from us. And Madhva tells us, you are right, God is different from us. This world is different from us, and we are all different from each other, but we are all under the care and the love of one divine ruler, which we can call Brahman, God in English. So it's a dualistic school where we are all separate, independent entities. Again, the role of bhakti and surrender to God is important here, whereas in the non-dualistic school, the role of jnana, knowledge, is preeminent. There are other schools of Vedanta too. I can just mention them. There is the Dvaita school, there is the Achintya Bheda Veda school, there is the Shuddhadvaita school, and so on. There are different schools of Vedanta, and all of them are actually different interpretations of that core philosophical text, the Brahma Sutras.